Namaste, welcome to the Flying Universe. This is Maika, and today we are offering you an opportunity to sit in discussion with a very beautiful being, an Australian born musician and songwriter, whose songs many of you know under beautiful label Heart Songs. And he's connecting to us together from Spain. So I would like to wholeheartedly welcome Kevin James. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, Maika.
Namaste. Thank you so much for your time to be with us and discuss some joyful topics. And actually, I'm welcoming Kevin James for the second time in the Flying Universe because together with his beautiful wife, Susanna, they have offered their heart songs during our global launch ceremony just a few days ago. And I'm sincerely excited to ask you, Kevin, how did it feel playing on our platform and how did you find this atmosphere?
Yeah, it was very nice. It was beautiful. I felt the connection that we were making around the world, and I think the gravity of the people that you gathered on there was something I really could feel. The quality of the people, and and the production was beautiful.
Oh, we are very happy to hear. I'm very happy to hear. And actually, you have mentioned something quite important because the main theme of our gathering, first gathering as a Flying Universe family, was the power of connection. And I wish to ask you, what may you find from your experience and from your perception that is the best way for people to connect nowadays in this self-oriented mainstream world?
The best way. I think the best way is through love. If you can pay close attention to the way that we see the world. So if you are able to observe your thoughts and your judgments and the way that you look at things and the way that you look at yourself, if you're not looking with the within the space of love, with the feeling of love, then you're not in reality and you're not connecting. You're disconnecting, because ultimately we are one. We are that we see with, and it's love seems to be the thing that connects us to the reality of it. And I think that the secret of connection is love, and to be aware enough to be able to see clearly the way that we see, and to do the steps we need to do to change that, and to make it a habit to be able to accept everything. Because love is not necessarily about hugging and adoring, but it's about being present without judgment, without separation. And I believe that acceptance is the way. That first you have to accept what is.
Beautiful. And acceptance is probably one of these important aspects that we are all kind of training nowadays regarding the situation and everything that is happening around. So was it that strong ability to accept for you that you also managed to go through these kind of challenging times joyfully?
I think so. Yeah. I think that all the work that we do on ourselves when times are easy gives us the strength to get through the times that are difficult. And I was very much within myself, and also sharing with others, that in the past, before the pandemic, that to really pay close attention when times are easy, because it's all too natural to just relax when times are easy, and even though you're in judgment or in separation, you're not being challenged, so you can just stay in there and kind of fool yourself that everything's okay. But then when times get difficult or challenging, it's like then you can see the reality of where you're really at within yourself, where you're really coming from. And so, yeah, it's a shame that we have to create such a challenging external situation for people to wake up. But that's what happens when we don't wake up, when the going is good. So for us, it hasn't been we haven't been challenged so much by this situation. We were already in the flow and were able to make the changes that we needed to be able to navigate from the heart. And that was our commitment from when this situation, the global situation began, was we decided, okay, we really need to now, all the work we've done, we put into practice, we follow our heart. So we even literally went to the airport in March, right when the whole thing was happening in Spain, and we had our tickets to Bali, and we decided that we would feel the right choice right when we were there, standing in the airport with our bags before we check in. And we looked at each other and it was very clear, okay, we do this and we go to Bali. And Bali became for 4 months. We'd just gotten married. We were wondering what to do for a honeymoon, because we literally already were living our dream. And you know, I said to Suzanne, I don't know what a honeymoon could be, because we're already going to beautiful places, and you know, does it mean we just don't play music? Maybe that's and that's exactly what happened. You know, we were stopped playing music publicly, which allowed me to really rest. So yeah.
It's beautiful, actually. It's all a blessing, and it sounds that you managed to turn sort of a crisis into opportunity this way. That you accepted that you can rest, and maybe from there also came the strength to conclude your new album, about which I would also like to talk right now, because your new album, Wild Free Spirit, came out just recently. And actually, it was only 2 days before our global launch. And I feel that we are sharing this excitement of the new beginnings together. And this album was quite special. Maybe some of our listeners know that the album was a result of a collective effort, global collective effort of your community, because it was crowdfunded. And I am really curious to hear, Kevin, how does it feel to come to an end of this, we can say, global collective co-creation, and what it might have teach you about this, the power of community and its importance?
Yeah, it was a big lesson for me, because I really asked my community, or my friends and connections all around the world for much in the past. I was always giving, and I'm a very much a strong believer in, if you want to measure your wealth, look at what you have to give, and let the universe, which finds its own natural balance, take care of the receiving part. Just be open. But I wasn't very good at asking for anything, so I learned a lot about receiving from this experience, because we were kind of guided and directed that this was the thing that we needed to do. This is the way for it to go, for the all highest good, because we felt that they were necessary right now. They were almost written for us to help us through these through the times that we're going through. And so when it was suggested to do a crowdfunding, it just made sense to do it, even though the odds were against us. And I did oppose it a bit in the beginning because I felt like people are struggling now. I don't feel good about asking them for help right now. But after some time into the pandemic, I realized that there were actually a lot of people that were at home not spending money, and that would be, and it's not like we were asking for a handout. We were actually just offering the album in advance, and you just buy the album in advance, and coming up with all these different rewards and things we could give, house concerts and handwriting songs and personalized songs. And it was just, the whole thing became fun and a great way to connect with our crowd, with our followers around the world. And yeah, it just became a really beautiful experience. And I've never said thank you so much in my life. It was, I just have been really, it's been a really big growing experience for me. And to feel that, yeah, this is a co-creation. This album, every album I've created has been a co-creation. So I haven't really created it. And I've kept that mantra when I'm making music through every CD that we've produced, is that this is an outcome of a universe that's expanding into more consciousness, and I'm playing my part. That's it. And the intention behind all the work that we do, Susanna and I, we work. You could see us as working very hard, but we really maintain as best we can our motives. That why are we doing this, and it's something that you have to keep in touch with, because when we become unaware of our deep-seated motives, or we get distracted from them and allow other motives to come in, our direction and the outcome gets affected. It's kind of like the seed of the whatever you create in this world is to do with the motives that you have within yourself. And so if you plant a seed, then the quality of that seed will decide what fruit it produces, and whether it's sour. So we maintain that connection to source and the attitude of oneness and service and love and connection. Yeah, it's so easy to fall into separation, especially when you become more public with what you share, and you see your image and your name, and you can identify with things like songs and things like that. So yeah, that's the work. That's the real work.
Yes, it's the real work behind it. It's beautiful how you said it, because from your music and also from your presence, there is a true humbleness coming, and I find it, as from the point of view of an audience, of a listener to you, I found it a very rare quality, because that is what resonates a lot with the heart, is that simplicity, and that's the genuine offering that you are doing with Susanna. For example, our listeners can also meet you. I think it is every Sunday that you are offering the chanting on your social networks.
Mm-hmm.
Is it every Sunday, right? You have been. So everybody can actually join you in your living room or in your kitchen, and it's just such a beautiful, simple, and heartfelt sharing, and it's something that really arises from you, and you cannot train this. Actually, it has to be there. So myself, as your listener, can totally confirm that it's beautiful, and how you do and who you are. And maybe you can unveil a little bit, if you feel like. Do you have any kind of a practice in your life that you do regularly, and that really helps you to keep connected with yourself? I know that you are influenced by Tibetan Buddhism, and of course by Eastern philosophies, by the mantra. Is there something that you have been practicing all your life and it keeps you in your heart?
Chanting mantras.
Yes, I would expect that.
Yeah. I I move through different phases and different influences, so I don't have anything that I've done all the way through that I can kind of grab hold of now, apart from music. You know, that just the act of playing music itself is a centering and connecting force, and that's one of the motives why I share music, why I sit on the floor in circle and invite everyone to sing with us. I want to bring that experience to others so that we can go home. You know, that my returning home while I'm in this waking state with all of you, apparent separate beings, is about us. It's not about me uh, as a separate being. That's the illusion. And so, yeah, I want to do my best to bring that melting, merging into home. You know, the connection that we feel through music to others, and also to I have the motive to bring it into the culture as well. So that's why I, you know, bring words like heart songs and chanting circle, um, try and steer it away from kirtan, because it's not kirtan. It's not what I do is not belonging to particular religion or culture. It's universal and embracing all religions, all colors, all creeds. And I invite people that want to do this sort of thing to do it in their own language, and, you know, dig up their own religious songs from the past, or you know, songs of devotion, and find ways to share with the community however it feels. You know, that the main thing is that we sing together, because when we sing, we open up our emotional body, and if we can sing songs that shape those emotions into a harmonious field, then we can share that field, and that's who we are. You know, we are. Our nature is harmony. Our nature is all the things strive for, all the things that we look for. You know, beauty, love, peace, joy, happiness. We're looking for ourselves, and it's not going to be experienced if we close up, if we shut down. It's going to be experienced when we express it, and the best way to express emotion is through the voice. So I do practices at home, and they are using the voice. So I have an Om meditation that I developed myself, that I'm in the process of finding a way to share that with people sort of more formally, and I also have a toning through the chakras meditation practice that I do, that really does connect me not only with myself, my emotional body, but also there's an emotional body around us, you know, that follows that same law of music, of color, of beauty, of harmony, and so I share that practice, and that's available. That's on my website, and I've been giving free workshops sharing that practice with people, because it's been very powerful for me. Actually, that I did that every day through the pandemic in the first 4 months with the community that I was with, and we experienced total harmony, not only in ourselves but in the environment. And I do believe that we can actually harmonize our environment, that we have an energy field around us. We can call it our aura, we can call it our energy, and it's made up of our chakras, and it's made up of our deeper, most inner self. And the more we allow that to come through, the bigger that energy gets, and it transforms what it comes in contact with into its likeness. And that's harmonious. Our nature is harmony.
Yes, very beautiful. And actually, it also, what you just said, it also shows that we truly need to start from ourselves, no? And then when we improve and really become these radiant and more joyful beings through the practices, let's say, that we do, so that environment also adapts, that vibration is there, that energy is there. And the collective singing is very powerful in this way. To truly collectively change the vibration around us and bring that happy emotions farther to our communities, to our families, to our environments. So it is a great gift that you are sharing with all of us, and I truly hope that very soon we will be able to meet somewhere around the world and chant with you again.
Yeah.
And yes, many of us for sure. And maybe my last question would be, Kevin, you are truly sharing a gift with all of us, and you are a wonderful being, wonderful soul, and many beings are kind of struggling in finding their inner calling or connected to that purpose they have in this life. And what do you feel is a way to truly tap into that creative source within us so that we can walk towards the purpose of our life and find our voice and our expression?
Yeah, my feeling on that is that our purpose in life, the reason why we came here, is not separate from ourself. And when we are existing in with some kind of distance from our true nature, the degree of that distance, the more that we're lost in the illusion of thoughts about separation from source, the further we are from our path, the further we are from our purpose. And no matter how beautiful our intentions are and how wonderful our the purpose of what we're doing seems, the outcome will always be dysfunctional as long as we do not bring that connection home. We don't come home to our heart and express love in every moment. And that brings back to the very beginning of what I was saying, is that be very attentive to our thoughts. And it can seem like a mountain at first. It can seem how could I remember thinking to myself, how could I love every, I wrote that song that had the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam in my first album, and I am love and love is everything. It's just like, no, I believed it, but I didn't really feel it, But practice. We're here to practice. We've come into this world as souls to learn to take responsibility for who we are, which is love, to love. And when we do that, we naturally fall into our path. It's already there waiting for us. We don't need to do anything except be in joy, be in happiness. That's the future for humanity. I believe that.
Beautiful. I really love that what you said, that we naturally fall into the path. And here I recall actually a saying of Muji Baba, who always says, the life takes care of life. So once we are truly connected to that, we don't have to worry, we don't have to plan so much. But the things and the doors open.
Yeah, it's almost like it gets done. It's the removal of self, of a separate self, can seem scary to only to the mind that thinks that it's separate. When we're faced with the unknown, we always face what we're going to lose. We don't know what we're going to gain. So you lose a very small image of yourself to gain a universal, huge, expanded self. But you don't know that until you let go of the the little self with our little bank accounts and our little, groups of and everything that we hang on to and identify with our body, all these things, that you can let them go and let them be, and then we start to only then enjoy them, really appreciate them for what they are.
Yes. And actually what came so beautifully right now is that maybe we could play a song, and maybe it could be the song Let Go of Everything. What do you
That
say?
I will do my best, and part of this live experience that I that I also share on Sundays is that it's live. It's not perfect, like a studio album. But I love that. So I'm going to take my headphones off and play this song. Let go of everything, and only the truth will remain. No amount of holding on will ever see us through these times of change. I'll let go of everything, and only the truth will remain. Love is surrender, it's time to remember the one beyond all names. I let go of everything, and only the truth will remain. No amount of holding on will ever see us through these times of change. I let go of everything, and only the truth will remain. Love is surrender, it's time to remember the one beyond all names. I open up my heart, I open up my mind to face the freedom that lies behind the walls I built from an age-old story that's losing its power. Now we're stepping into glory. I open up my heart, I open up my mind to see the beauty before my eyes. Let go of this dream, let it fade away to light and the vision of a brand new day. Oh, it's a brand new day. Brand new day. I let go of everything, and only the truth will remain. No amount of holding on will ever see us through these times of change. I let go of everything, and only the truth will remain. Love is surrender, it's time to remember the one beyond all names. I open eyes to fate that lies behind the walls I built from an age-old story that's losing its power. Now we're stepping into glory. I open up my heart, I open up my mind to see the beauty before my eyes. Let go of this dream, let it fade away to a light and a vision of a brand new day. Oh, it's a brand new day, brand new day. Oh, it's a brand new day. Oh, step in glory of the light within us all now. Oh, step into the glory of the light within us all, yeah. Oh, step into the glory of the light within us all now. Oh, step into the glory of the light within us all, yeah. Step into the glory. Step into the glory. Step into the glory. Oh, step into the glory. Step into the glory.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Such a glorious moment, such a beautiful offering. Truly, we are very touched here. And yes, the last thing that I would really like to say is to really wish you that you continue sharing from your heart and uplifting us all through the music. And I would like to thank you on behalf of the whole Flying Universe team for your presence, energy, and sharing today. It was really beautiful. And as I said before, we are hoping we will meet you in presence very soon in chanting circles somewhere around the globe. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm very happy to be a part of this, the birthing of the Flying Universe, and I really believe in what you're doing, and I thank you all for what you're creating, and I think that the world really needs it, and it's a great service to us all. So I'm there for you to contribute whenever you need me.
That's great to hear. Yes. Hopefully in some of the future events we could again hear and connect to you. Thank you so much.